Hello, Cryptowisers. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Milton, and I will be your captain for this episode. In today's episode, we're going to be taking a deep dive into what I consider one of the most under-the-radar, super high-quality Polkadot projects. And you know how much Milty loves Polkadot. This is actually one of the very first projects I talked about on the channel. I mentioned it in my video on Mantra DAO. That's this video here, top altcoin value pick. That was months ago. And that project is RioDefi and their RFuel token. And I really want to thank our friends at RioDefi for partnering with us for this video. And full disclosure, this is a project that I am invested in. I actually got up at 4 a.m. in the morning to get myself some RFuel when it launched on September 28th. So I have been in this project for a very long time. I have been waiting patiently for all their amazing things to start rolling out. And I'm happy to say that that is going to be happening very soon, which is why I wanted to make this video. Because although the price of RFuel has been going up over the last week or so, it still has not hit its all-time high. It's still sitting at a market cap of only 36 million. And I know that when the news that I give you in this video starts to become more well-known, there is no way that RioDefi is going to continue to be underrated the way that it is right now. So I couldn't be more excited to tell you all about this beautiful Polkadot gem. As always, Cryptowisers, safety first, buckle up, because this is going to be another exciting episode of Cryptowise. All right, Cryptowisers, let's get into this. I will be talking a ton about the tokenomics of RioDefi and its RFuel token later in the video. But first, let me give you kind of a quick, broad look at what RioDefi is, because this is a huge, ambitious project. This is not just a dApp. This is a full financial ecosystem that is going to be built on Polkadot. All right, so essentially RioDefi is a fintech company that wants to accelerate mass adoption of digital assets by bridging traditional and decentralized finance. This is a great Venn diagram to kind of give you a sense of all the different things that RioDefi is going to be doing. So they have elements of all three of these things. They've got the interoperable DeFi, so elements of things like Thorchain or Cosmos, but then they'll also have services that other CeFi projects offer, like Celsius and Binance and Nexo and Crypto.com. And then they're also going to have services that the fintech projects offer. So like a fiat on and off ramp. So you'll be able to enter the crypto world using RioDefi. And if you need to take your crypto and put it into cash, you'll be able to do that also using RioDefi. So like I said, this is a full financial ecosystem being built on Polkadot. And as you Cryptowisers know, I love projects who have a mission for mass adoption. All right, we want to get as many people as excited and passionate about crypto as we are. And to do that, you need to make very user-friendly products that are fast, safe, and easy to use. And that is what RioDefi is all about. And they've got amazing technology behind it. The heart of the RioDefi ecosystem is the Rio chain. So they're building a full blockchain that other projects can build dApps onto. Okay, and we'll talk about some of the projects that they already have in place that are going to be doing that they've already announced. And these projects are pretty amazing in themselves. So we'll talk about that later in the video. And of course, as a financial ecosystem, they will have all the things that you want and need. They have their own wallet. You'll be able to swap crypto assets within the wallet. You'll be able to bridge to other networks. And it's all going to be fast, cheap, and safe. All right, so that is an overview of what RioDefi is. And so far, they have been under the radar for a couple of reasons. One, we know that the parachains of Polkadot that were already supposed to be happening in Q1 of 2021. Those have been delayed, which have delayed a lot of the Polkadot projects themselves. But also, a lot of the elements that RioDefi is launching just haven't launched yet. But they have a super busy, ambitious Q1 roadmap A lot of this stuff is going to be coming out soon, which is why I really wanted to get this video out today before RFuel pumps like crazy, which I believe it will. So let's have a look at their Q1 roadmap. Here's the RioChain Q1 roadmap. First was the RioChain generic asset bridge, and this has already launched. So right now, it only supports RFuel, BTC, ETH, BNB, USDT, and OM. But come on, guys, that is in itself a great basket of assets. So already, right now, they've already launched this a couple of weeks ago. You can bridge any of these assets onto the RioDefi chain. It's amazing technology that they've come out with. Sometimes these smaller announcements, like something like a bridge, which sounds small, you don't realize the kind of tech that is involved in these sort of things. And their bridge is an amazing feat of technology. And it's something that's already launched. So you can have any of these assets already onto the RioDefi chain. Very, very soon, they're going to be launching their new improved wallet. Right now, they do have a kind of primitive desktop wallet that I use. It's fine. It's definitely usable, but there are going to be huge improvements to that. And more exciting is their mobile app wallet's going to be launching very soon. So they'll have a version for Android and iOS. And what's going to be cool is you're going to be able to integrate or sign up onto this mobile app using your Gmail or your Facebook or a bunch of other different platforms. So it's going to be really easy to use. We just saw Elrond come out with their MyR app. And from what it sounds like the RioDefi mobile app will be very kind of on par in terms of their focus on user-friendly products. So I'm really excited about that launch. And then you'll be able to stake your RFuel in your Rio wallet. Because right now I have my RFuel staked on the Mantra DAO app. Some of you might remember from my Mantra DAO videos. And I just made an updated Mantra DAO video a couple of weeks ago. This one here, Polkadot Hidden Gem. And you can see in that video, I have my RFuel staked on Mantra DAO, but I'll be able to stake it right on my RioDefi wallet soon. And it makes sense that you've been able to stake your RFuel on Mantra DAO all these months because Mantra DAO is one of RioDefi's main partners. That's right, Mantra DAO is going to be moving over to RioDefi. So they're going to be one of the partners that we talk about later in the video. But last and definitely not least, guys, on this roadmap is this. This is the most important part of this. All that other stuff is great, but this is crucial. The RioChain will be doing a testnet parachain on Rococo. And if you're a Cryptowiser, you know that Rococo is the testnet for Polkadot. That's where they're testing all the parachains right now. A bunch of projects already announced that they've been testing Rococo parachains. Most of those projects all pumped because, of course, we're all waiting with bated breath to find out who's going to get a parachain on Polkadot. And seeing a project test a parachain out on Rococo is so crucial. And we now know that RioChain is going to be doing that very, very soon. All right. And again, if you don't know what a parachain is, if you don't know what I'm talking about, months and months ago, I made this very crucial video, The Next Huge Thing in Crypto, which explains all about the parachains, what they are, why they're so important, and the process for projects getting to lease one. So if you don't know what parachains are, must watch video, this one right here. So guys, this is super important. They're going to be testing a parachain on Rococo, and their intention, and this is crucial, is to lease a Polkadot parachain. If you follow RioDefi on Twitter, you should also be following their CEO, Mr. James Anderson. He does a lot of videos answering questions from the community. He talks a lot about parachain, their intention of leasing a parachain, what they've been doing to prepare for that. Okay, they've built up a very big reserve. They've been building a really active community. I think they have an amazing chance at getting a parachain. And if they do, forget about it. This project is going to be taking off. And why is that so important? Well, if they get a parachain, they're going to be a major part of the Polkadot ecosystem. It means that they get to utilize the safety, the speed, the interoperability of the Polkadot relay chain. So RioDefi with its own Parachain can build its own financial DeFi C5 bridged financial ecosystem right on Polkadot. So huge Q1. What is Q1? That's right now. Okay, we are mid-February. Q1 ends at the end of March. So all of this stuff, they've already put out the bridge. We're going to have the new wallet, the mobile wallet, and they're going to be testing their Parachain on Rococo in the next 6 weeks. All right, guys, so let's move on and start talking tokenomics. Okay, as I said, the RFuel token was launched publicly on September 28th. I remember it vividly because, as I said, I woke up at 4 a.m. I was like a kid at Christmas. I was so excited for this token to launch. And yeah, well, that launch didn't really go as I expected. Okay, so because it was hot out of the gate, but then it really did not take off. If you'll remember, around this time, a lot of alts were losing value. A lot of stuff was going down in value. But I really thought that the launch of this token would have so much excitement that it would really maintain its value. That did not happen. There's a lot of sell-off from early investors getting profit. That's all I can really speculate. That's what happens a lot of the time with these projects. You get the private investors who come in early, they get a great price, the token launches publicly, and they want to take some of that profit. Doesn't mean they don't believe in the project anymore. It just means, they've had a lot of capital locked in and they want to take some of that back to invest in other things. But that coincided with the whole market tanking, and the RFuel token in late December was down under 4 cents. Okay, and it's been climbing steadily up since then. And as you can see, people are starting to catch on. I think people have been watching this project for a long time and they've been waiting for the right time to come in. And it feels like smart money is coming in the last couple of weeks. I have been holding strong. Obviously, I believed in this project from the beginning. And guys, when I invest in crypto, I invest in the project. I'm not going for hype coins. So if the token doesn't do well at first, I'm not worried. Okay, I let the team do their work. Eventually, I'm not going to be right all the time, but if the project can fulfill the potential I believe it has, then I know eventually the value will come. So you see, right when it launched, it had an all-time high of 26 cents. We're not even there yet, not even close. We're sitting at 17 cents or just over a market cap of 36 million. So if they can come through with what they're saying they're going to come through with, if they can get a Parachain, if their products are as good as they say they're going to be, if the tech is good and they're getting great projects being built on RioChain, this project has so much more room to grow, in Milty's opinion. But of course, Cryptowise is not financial advice. We repeat, Cryptowise, it's not financial advice. We're just a couple of wise guys talking crypto. All right, but let's look closely at what I'm saying about this private sale sell-off and why I think the token is ready to take off, not just because of the products that are coming into the market, but because a lot of those private sale tokens have been unlocked. There's one more unlock to happen this month, so let's have a look. By the way, this is an article on Medium. You can look it up. You should be following RioDefi on Medium anyway. This is from September 25th when they announced the RFuel emission schedule. They've got the distribution breakdown here, and they also have it here. So as you can see, a lot of RFuel is being kept for staking and validator rewards. Love to see that. Ecosystem growth, operational reserves, new user incentives. Then you've got the 15% to the team and advisors. That's pretty standard. And you had the 15% private sale and another 5% community crowd sale. So that 20% is what I imagine is having this kind of sell pressure. So the RFuel token is capped at 1 billion tokens. And as you can see, you had 150 million in the private sale. And here's the emission waterfall. So as you can see, day one was September 28th. Then pretty much it goes monthly. So you've got October, November, December, January, February. And as you can see, this orange here, that is the private round. These are the tokens we're most worried about. That's where you see the sell-off pressure. And as you can see, in the next month or so, all those will be released. So we're not going to have to worry about that anymore. And the team and advisors will start getting their tokens. But as you can see, it is a slow release. And it will be happening when their project actually has stuff out in the world and it's working. So the bulk of the tokens from now on are going to be these green tokens, which are the staking rewards. And you definitely want those to be high for a project. And as you can see, it's going to be a long while. So if September 28th was day 1, we're looking at day 1,925 for the full supply to be in circulation. The other thing to keep in mind is that yes, it's on Uniswap, which is great because then it's accessible for anyone, but it's not on any real major exchange yet, with all due respect to OKX and BitMax, KuCoin, all exchanges I really like, but they're more for hardcore crypto people, and I like that. Sometimes people don't like when a coin is kind of hard to find. For me, I like it, especially on a project like RFuel, because once it's easy to find, obviously the price is going to be much higher. Also, one thing to keep in mind is, of course, because it's on Uniswap, that's an ERC-20 version of the RFuel token. And now that they've built this generic asset bridge, you can now bridge your ERC-20 version of RFuel into what their standard token is, which is an RST88 token. Okay, so keep that in mind. Same goes with any RFuel that's being staked right now on MantraDAO. MantraDAO right now is built on Ethereum. It's going to be moving over to RioChain at some point. But those RFuel tokens right now are ERC-20 tokens, and eventually you're going to want to bridge them over to the RST88 version of RFuel. And if you want more detail on the roadmap that I talked about, especially the generic asset bridge here and some of the technical elements of it, it's all here in this Medium post that they put up about 6 days ago. All right, guys, that's it for the tokenomics. Let's now get into some of those projects that I hinted at that are going to be building on RioChain. One, I already gave away, MantraDAO. Okay, so MantraDAO is a big partner of RioChain. I won't talk much about them because I already pointed out to you not one, but 2 videos I already made on MantraDAO. So Milty loves his MantraDAO. So let's talk about a couple other projects quickly that are also building on the RioChain. One of them is Lepricon. Okay, this is a games, DeFi, and prediction platform that is being built on RioDefi. All right, you can check them out here, lepricon.io, and they have their own token, which is the L3P token. You can learn all about it here on their website. And of course, I recommend you follow them on Twitter. And hey, while you're at it, don't forget to follow Cryptowise at Cryptowise Daily. We always love chatting and finding our Cryptowisers over on Twitter. All right, so you got MantraDAO, you got Lepricon already announced to be built on RioDefi. And the third project that's already announced they're building on RioDefi is Labs. It's the first end-to-end blockchain-powered real estate investment ecosystem. Very cool. All right, and you can find Labs at labsgroup.io. And as you can see here, right on their website, blockchain strategic partner RioDefi. And also give them a follow on Twitter at labsgroup.io. So already 3 great projects being built on RioDefi. This is just the beginning, obviously. Really looking forward to see what other projects end up wanting to build on the RioChain. All right, guys, that was a lot to get through on RioDefi because I told you it's a big, ambitious project, and you could probably tell Milty's pretty excited about it. And I love telling my Cryptowisers about projects that have yet to pump. It's getting harder and harder to find. There's so many people coming into crypto. Everything is pumping, and yet most people are sleeping on RioDefi. So obviously do your own research as always. But if you love Polkadot like Milty does, and you're looking for solid projects being built for Polkadot, I highly recommend having a look at RioDefi. I love the projects that are just quietly working, okay? Polkadot has had so much hype over the last few months, and you're getting a ton of just hype projects coming out with Polka this, Polka this, Polka this. Look for the real projects. something like RioDefi that has been working on this for a long time. Okay, this isn't just a couple of guys who heard about Polkadot a couple of weeks ago and decided to build an ERC-20 token and call it Polka something, okay? So have a look at them, do your own research, but it's definitely a project that one, Milty has, and two, he'll be following. Okay, Cryptowisers, before you go, especially if you're new to the channel, do us a favor, would you? Subscribe to the channel, become a Cryptowiser, and make sure to hit that bell, the notification button, because you don't want to be watching this video a month from now after RFuel has already pumped. You want to watch it right when we publish. And of course, smash the like, give Milty a thumbs up. Thank you, my Cryptowisers. Really appreciate you watching this video. As always, until next time, my name is Milton, saying over and out.